Joe's Garage, the voice behind it, and I'm going to go over my G-body. I call the junkyard bulldog with you. The entire car is just made out of cheap used parts that I had kicking around and stuff I acquired over the years. So here's the carb I'm going to run. 800 double pumper spread bore. The exhaust, dual 2.5, H-pipe, thrush mufflers, dumped to the rear end. Cheap and simple. It's just made out of scrap stuff. Motors 425 volts out of a 65 Delta 88. It's 10 1/4 or 10 1/2 depending on who you listen to. Compression should work alright. It seems like it's a decent motor. If not, I'll re-ring and bearing it and all that stuff over the winter. Manual S10 steering box. New single core aluminum radiator with plastic tubs. Cadillac CTS fans. NOS energy drink burp bottle. Rosa cool can. Left the tee off in case I decide to spray it. I'll put a different regulator, another regulator on it for nitrous plate. Oil pressure gauge. Tee left off for the one in the car. Engine thermometer. Mechanical gauge for inside the car, temperature. Vacuum gauge, one of my favorite tools, especially if you're a one-man show, you can see what's going on. Tranny's Turbo 350 with a 2600 CTS converter. It's got a manual valve body in it. It'll be full of Type F. That's what I always run. Even the batteries from the junkyard. Sway bar's been deleted. It was an F41 car. It's a 442, so took that off. Suspension drops quicker. New cheap 195/65 15 tires on old Zerali wheels. M&H Racemaster wrinkle wall muscle car street tires. G60 15s on the back. B&M ratchet shifter I'd kicking around. Cheap Summit gauges, 20 bucks for the pair, but always run a copper line, not the shitty nylon one it comes with. Old tack kicking around that I had in the basement for years. Bought off eBay for 10 bucks or something like that, but it seems to work. Rear end's an 8.5 with a Lincoln locker. If you know what that is, you don't need to ask. It's not ideal, but I did a good job on it. I'm going to keep the rear sway bar in the back, just a factory one. Helps it keep both sides even. It's got a trailer hitch on it. Going to keep it. Not for pulling trailers though, just to keep the rear frame together because these cars have a real flimsy frame. It's got a 140 gallon per hour fuel pump. It's a noisy bastard. I had it in my other car for a bit and it drove me crazy, but for this one I don't care so much about. Gonna run, it's got air shocks in and out, but they're old and leak. I'm gonna run just one on the passenger side like Uncle Tony does. I've done the same thing with an airbag on the passenger side in these cars. It seems to work, but the airbag seems to get holes worn in it because they go inside the coil spring. I put all these decals on it that I bought off eBay for a couple bucks. They match the car pretty good. And the only reason I put those on is for some street action, and people won't know what I really got, and yeah, car might pay for itself. Exhaust manifolds are off a late 60s 442. They have dividers in them. They're not a log style manifold. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I would guess this car will run, I don't know, 13.5, maybe 13.3 on a real good day, but we'll have to wait and see. I don't know what condition the motor is in, but if it smokes or anything like that, I'll put new rings in it over winter and bearings and all that fun stuff, and I won't be scared to spray it either because these motors have forged cranks. They're pretty tough, and I'd probably hit it with a 200 shot to tell you the truth. So, alright, I'll keep you guys posted. It should be running at the end of the week, I imagine, if all goes well. And we'll go from there. Alright, till next time.